Okay, the Gemara says, V'amar Rabbi Chelbo, Amar Rav Huna. Rabbi Chelbo says in the name of Rav Huna, Kol sheyodea bechaveiro shehu rogil litein lo shalom, yaktim lo shalom. If you know that your friend usually greets you and says shalom aleichem to you, literally peace be unto you, then you should be first to give him shalom, to greet him. Shenemar bakesh shalom v'rodfehu. Seek peace and pursue it. V'im nosan lo v'lo hechzir. One who is given shalom and does not respond, nikra gazlan, is called a thief. Shenemar ve'atem bi'artem hakerem gezelas he'ani b'vatechem. You have cleared out the theft from the poor that is in your homes. So, the general idea is that we should be proactive in greeting others. What is the theft? So the Mefarshim explain that the rabbis know that this verse, referring to the theft from the poor, refers to not having greeted your fellow person. Because, if you think about it, what can one steal from the poor? They don't have anything. So there's no theft from the poor, right? I knew a guy who never locked his door. He said, my car they're not going to steal, right? I have nothing in my house to steal. So that's gezela se'ani. So what can you steal from a poor person? You can steal friendship. That's all a poor person has left, is friendship. Shalom, feeling that they belong. And so to refuse to return someone's greeting is to steal from the person the last thing that they could have. There is some discussion about what this means. Who is this talking about? And I think today that we're studying this on the yard side of Rabbi Gans, it's very appropriate. The Gemara Maharsha brings down that Rav Chisda would say this, would be first to greet even a non-Jew. And so when he explains that when the Talmud here says Kol sheyodea bechavero, anyone, that includes even a Gentile, and that means that we have to be proactive in darkei shalom, in the ways of human dignity and friendship to all people, not only members of our own community. I'm not talking about a kind of Jewish supremacy where people feel that only Jews matter. That I don't suspect anyone of thinking that, but certainly we tend to notice people that we know, and in a community where most of the people that we interact with are Jewish people, so we tend not to notice even somebody that isn't from our community. So we have to go out of our way in the teachings of Rav Chisda even to greet all people. The Gemara does say that this is sheyodea bechavero shehu rogil litein lo shalom. This is that you know that somebody is used to greeting you. Nonetheless, the Maharsha again brings down that this should be extended in a more broad sense. Now, another interpretation of this Gemara says that that this is talking about a case where kol sheyodea b'chavero shu ragil litein lo shalom, where you know about your chaver, you know about your friend that you used to greet each other, and the implication is that lately you haven't been greeting each other, and we can understand why that might be. So he says, Rav Chelbo comes to say, if that's the case, yakdim lo shalom, be the first to go and greet him. If you've had a falling out, don't wait until the other person makes up with you and apologizes to you. Go over and begin to patch things up on your own. And that too was a quality which was embodied very much by Rabbi Gans, that he was committed to shalom. He was committed to making peace between people who were in conflict. I saw myself many times how he would sit people down who had had an argument or had had a conflict, and he would tell them to shake hands and not to make a mountain out of a molehill. And he would say the most important thing is shalom, that we have peace and that we don't have conflict among our friends, and therefore he would say, let's make shalom, let's make peace. Bakei shalom v'rodfehu, seek peace and pursue it. And certainly an allusion here, something that's perhaps hidden in this text, is that when you say shalom, so in many communities, when you say shalom, they respond back, shalom uvracha. Have a great day. So you say to somebody says, you say Shabbat shalom, he'll respond to you Shabbat shalom u'mevorach. Right? People, in many cultures, the practice is that when somebody greets you, when you respond to the greeting, you respond with an even greater greeting. You add to the greeting. So he says, if you are the first one to greet, then you receive more bracha than you give. And that's I don't know if it's saying that you should do it in order to receive more bracha, right? But nonetheless, it is a fact that when you give bracha, you receive more than you gave.